Hey, Melissa, this is Steven. I spoke to you earlier, either depending on when you get this, it was on Wednesday, the 12th, is when we spoke. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over three things that, when implemented correctly, will actually get you viewed and get you found on Google and get you more high quality jobs as well. Now, if by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know how to get you those high quality jobs, you can just respond back to the email and we can chat. Or if you guys just want to implement this yourself, that's fine with me as well. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. The three things I'm going to be going over are content, citations, and backlinks, and explain why they're so important to get found by Google. So, content is pretty much everything on your homepage, really everything on your website, but primarily your homepage. Now, most business owners, they understand the importance of content on a homepage, but they're unsure of how much content or what type of content, or they're just unaware of the content that Google is looking for to be able to rank them accordingly. Now, Google, they usually like to see at least 1,500 words on websites in the service-based industry, such as locksmithing. It gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the, we call them buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. And this is what people are searching for when they're searching for your services in your area on Google. Now I went ahead and pulled up the main competitor here in Greensboro, and that's Guilford Locksmithing. And I put them in a tool here that I subscribe to. This tool is very valuable, and it gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google actually uses to rank websites. Now, Locksmithing.com, their website, is currently being found for 36 keywords right here. And because of those 36 keywords, over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 277 times. Now, I went ahead and threw your website in the same tool here, and your site is currently being found by Google for 5 keywords. And because of those 5 keywords, your site was clicked on 4 times in the past 30 days, right? So let's go back to our competitor and we can click on that number here, that 36, and it will give us a list of all the keywords that are currently being found for. So the keywords we really want to pay attention to are the ones with the Greensboro location behind it, because those are the ones with all the search volume, especially this locksmith Greensboro, NC. That one alone was searched 700 times in the past 30 days. And our competitor's website was clicked on 138 times just for that one. Right. So that's definitely one you'd want on your website and to be found for. But all these down here that are relevant to your services with these locations, you want all those. Now let's go back to and click on your keywords and see what you're being found for. Okay, so you have a Goldsboro locksmith, right? And you'd want to do this with all the locations that you do serve, but you don't have that 700 search volume one. So that's absolutely one that you'd want on your website, right? And really, what you want to do is just go down their list here. Like I said, grab all the relevant ones and put them on your website. And not just one time, but you'd want to find out how many times they'd have it. They have each of those on their site. I know it's time consuming, but it's completely worth it. And you'd want to put those all those keywords on more. So the ones they have on once, you put them on your site twice. The ones they have on twice, you'd want to put it on your site like 3 times. Then you guys would become pretty much the authority when it comes to content. Now, the next thing I want to go over is what we call citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like locksmith Greensboro, NC, studies have shown that right around 45% of those people are going to click on this one of these businesses in this section. This section right here is called the map pack, and it has to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people are under the impression that to get ranked in here, it's primarily about your reviews, and that's not true. Because if it was, Guilford would not be number one. They got 304 at a 4.7 rating. Burnham's has a 4.9 with more than twice as much reviews. So it's not reviews, it's actually citations. A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. And some examples of these directories are Yelp, Yellow Pages, and White Pages, just to name a few. And I'm sure you guys already have quite a few. But it's usually the businesses with at least 250 to 300 citations that we end up seeing dominating the map pack right here. The good news is there's actually tools that can show us what citations each of these businesses have. So say, for example, we find that Guilford Locksmithing has 250 citations. You'd want to go down their list of citations, grab all the ones you don't already have all the way down that list. And when you get done, add about 100 more, and that would be enough to put you guys up top of this list here and get you in on that 45% of people clicking in this section. Now, underneath the map pack is what's called Google's organic search results listing. And the number one spot here gets right around 40% of all clicks for people searching these terms. Whereas the map pack splits up 45%, this is 40% all by itself. And the main driver here is what we call backlinks. Now, backlinks are basically, it's when another website on the internet has a link on their site somewhere that when it's clicked, it leads back to your website. Now, Google uses this kind of like an online referral system. And the more relevant that website is to your site, the better. And what I mean is, for example, say you have like a popular local blog page in Greensboro, or even a popular industry site that could be nationwide, and they're linking back to you, that's actually what's going to help push you up in the rankings, in Google's rankings, right? But since you are a locksmithing company, say like a big website like Pizza Hut is linking back to you, right? They're very popular. They get a lot of traffic, but it's not really going to do you guys any good in Google's eyes because you have nothing to do with pizza. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to this tool that I showed you earlier. This is our competitor, by the way. And just to be clear, it's your content, and specifically the keywords in your content that get you found by Google, and it's the backlinks that rank you. Okay, so we know that it's these backlinks that are ranking Guilford to the top. I mean, first they're being found through their keywords, but this is what's ranking them. So they currently have 530 backlinks, and they're getting all these backlinks from a total of 329 referring domains, which just means websites. All right, so let's take a look at how many backlinks your website has. So you have 69 backlinks coming from a total of 37 websites. So it's not so much the number, it's the relevance, right, of those websites linking back to you. So since we know that Guilford Locksmithing, that their websites are their backlinks are bringing them to the top, we want to look at the websites that they're getting their backlinks from, and we're going to click on that 329. This is going to give us an entire list of all the websites they're currently getting backlinks from. And what you'd want to do, and there's 7 pages of them, so this is time consuming as well, but you'd want to go through this list and grab backlinks from all these. If you did that, you would be in contention for this number one spot, right? What would really put you over the top, though, is if you did that same thing with the top 3, right? I know it would take forever, but it would really be worth it, because you would definitely, it would take a little bit of time, but you would take over that number one spot and actually take over all that traffic, right? So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. First thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second is going to be citations. You want to be, I'd say, in at least 300 to 350 directories to really dominate this map pack section. And then lastly is backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your website. And this way it'll show Google that it's you guys that are the true authority when it comes to locksmithing companies in the Greensboro area. Like I said, it would take some time, but if you were to do this, you would be number one. Now, as I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or you could get in contact with me and we can schedule a discovery meeting. Again, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. you can just reply back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. All I ask is you give me a little bit of feedback on this video and let me know how I did. But other than that, I appreciate your time. Take care. Bye-bye.